Here it go again. There it is, right there. I can't believe this. So you mean to tell me every time I go in live, I had to first let me fix my little turban. My name is Kia, by the way. So in order for me to go live, I always have to make sure that internal my internal mic and external mic, and built-in mics are on every time. So I'm learning this, like I said, as I'm going. Um, Also, like I'm going through, I'm going through, you know what I'm saying? Like um everybody else. Um and right now it's difficult. Like it's really difficult at this time. Being a mother of a 10-year-old child and not having her father is in her life, but not how he is supposed to be in her life, right? And I am like everybody else. I'm not special. I'm not none of that.
Phenomena happening all over the world.
I'm not none of that. And right now, I've been emotional. I've been struggling with trying to keep up with my house and stuff like that because of the mental illness, right? The mental illness doesn't allow me to do and care the way that I'm supposed to as a mother, right? And I struggle with this. I struggle with this on a daily basis, right? And I don't tell nobody. I had people in my life who are rooting for me, but I don't root for myself. I got a lot of inside work to do on myself. And I know this, but it's hard when you struggle with mental health issues. You understand? Some days I can't even get up out the bed to do what I need to do for my own self, right? And I'm coming on here because I see a lot of mothers who are doing what they need to do for themselves. I see a lot of encouragement on this app, on this platform. It has taken a lot for me to be able to come on here in front of the world and tell you guys what I am going through. A couple of months ago, I had got sick. I've been sick. I've been sick for 2, 3. It's been a long time. It's been maybe like 8 years since I've been sick, right? I'm gonna rewind it all the way back. 2015. Okay, let me start over. My name is Kia, and I live in New Jersey. I born 8 children. 2 passed away, and I have 6 living. I have 5 sons. 2 of my sons, I cannot find them. One of my sons I found, but the other one, I can't find them. Put it that way. And the one that I found, I keep losing track of him. That's another story. I am a recovering addict. I used to do crack cocaine and I used to use heroin. Okay? And I'm saying this because I might can help somebody. I'm not ashamed of where I've been and where I came from. That right there, I will never forget. Okay? So for me to come on here and to tell you guys what's going on with me and how I've been feeling and what I've been going through as I've been staying clean, doing what I need to do for me and my children, okay? My sons are no longer children. I am also a grandmother. I have 7 grandchildren, okay? 2 of my sons, one of my sons is getting ready to do life, okay? One of my youngest, my second oldest is about to do life. My third youngest son, he will be home in 2025. I have one daughter who is 10, and I solely have custody of her by myself. I take care of her solely by myself. Her father is in her life, but her father doesn't do what he needs to do for his child. Financially, emotionally, and mentally, he does not take on that responsibility. He feels like just from him popping in and popping out, that counts. No, it doesn't count. Okay. We worked together all the way up until 2015. 2015, when I got my apartment, like every other dude, he didn't abuse me. He didn't do no drugs or anything like that. Um, and at first, he was my biggest supporter. Okay. When we moved in together and my mental health started, that's when, let me say, I don't know what this is, y'all. Don't pay this no mind. Um, when oh shoot. When we started out, we was good, like we was okay. You know what I mean? Um, and after he met some woman, he started messing around, and I knew something was different because his whole persona changed, right? So when I noticed that he changed, I changed. So in the midst of all of that, I found out that my mother was sick with cancer. My mother was sick with cancer, and that right there, that was the end of my world. When I found out that my mother was dying, I was on the road in recovery. I was no longer using. I had been in recovery since 2009. That's when I stopped using. I relapsed a couple of times though, many a times. But when I came to a different part of New Jersey, which was away from my normal environment, where I knew everybody, knew where to do this, knew where to do that. Um, you know, it was easy. It was easy for me. It was easy, right? It was easy. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. So um so when I found out that my mother was passing away, I started using again. That was the only way that I knew how to cope. Like I was out of the program. Um my mother was dying and I had this little baby girl. And her father was cheating on me. And I just was like, my whole world was ending. My whole world was ending. Everything was coming to a head, and I just didn't want to be here no more. I didn't want to be here no more. I felt like I had nothing to live for, which was a lie. This little girl that I got, she changed my life. Every time something would get ready to happen, she will always say, "I love you, mommy. I love you, mommy," all the time, all the time, you know. So she gave me hope. She gave me a lot of hope. And this little girl is just so amazing. She's amazing. Her name is Janaea. And you might see a picture or something of her. I might show her, but not really. My baby is not going to be on social media. Like, it's so many sick people out here in the world that are doing things to children, that are snatching children, that are selling children, that are using children for body parts and organs and things like that. I refuse to exploit my child like that. But I'm coming on here because I feel like I was saying earlier, I don't have nobody to talk to. All I have is my daughter. I do have family, but I don't talk to my family like that because it's always something negative to say. You understand what I'm saying? Like, somebody always got something negative to say. Why can't you be encouraging? Why can't you be encouraging? I know that some days people go through the same things. A lot of people go through the same emotions and through going through the same thing that I'm going through. So, with that being said, and you supposed to be my family, why wouldn't you call me, encourage me, when you know that I suffer with mental health issues and you don't? Why wouldn't you call me and say, "Hey, Kia, are you all right? Is Janae all right? You need anything or anything like that?" Right now, I don't have anything to give. I'm struggling, okay? That's why I'm also on here trying to make a living, as I see other people doing. You know, I have a lot to give. I have a lot of wisdom. I have a lot of knowledge. A lot of things my mother has instilled in me, and I used those same directions and instructions with my daughter. I'm raising her the best to my ability. I do not holler at her. I do not beat her. When I chastise her, I talk to her about what she has done, why did she do it, and I reprimand her for it and tell her to the correct way to do or to do whatever it is that she had an issue with. Why? Because my mother was emotionally and physically abusive to me. All right. I'm going to break that generational curse. You understand? My sons will tell you I have never beat my sons. I have never beat my daughter. Right there for me is breaking a generational curse, because when she has her children, she will know how to talk to her children. She will not have to put her hands or hit her children with things or objects or talk nasty or emotionally and mentally abuse them to make them feel less than what they are and who they are supposed to be in this life. And you being who you are and a parent and knowing that the things that you went through, and if it was an emotional and abusive relationship between you and your parents, why would you want your own child to suffer those same abusive traits? Because guess what? Then she's going to do that to her children. Okay, so we get past that part. But like I was saying, I come on because I was feeling bad today. I was feeling really bad. You know, I was sitting here, I was getting frustrated. If you look at some of my little lives and stuff, like I come in and I come out because sometimes I come up here and I really don't know what to say. You know, I don't want to get on here and bash nobody. Well, not even bash nobody, but talk about people. Why? Because my backyard is not clean. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like what I don't like about this content creator stuff. Like, people get big headed. They get a little bit of money and now they the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I I wouldn't do this, or no, my children don't eat that, or no, we see we're going on a retreat this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a six figure content creator now, and the things that I can afford that I used to couldn't afford, but now I can afford. You understand what I'm saying? And me and my husband, you know, I met him 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And now we're going to have a baby, and life is just grand. You know what I'm saying? Like, money is the root to all evil. Okay? Not everybody knows how to use money in the correct ways. That's why it's so much hard on this internet. People is jealous of what? What are you jealous of? What do you envy other people for? What for? Because the same way that they are six figures, can get a husband, and all this and that, you can too. But my thing is, why do people come on the internet and brag about or throw shade on your followers and your subscribers because you don't know, because you don't have no money, and I'm this rich bitch, you know what I'm saying, and all this and that. But if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be making money. Why? Because we giving y'all money and giving money to the man that created the app. So if it wasn't for subscribers and followers, y'all wouldn't be making no money. Okay? So let's be clear about that. It's not right to get on here and act bougie and act like you the shit when last week you had Duke stains in your drawers and couldn't even wash no clothes because you ain't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You feel what I'm saying? So don't get on here and showtime and act big-headed when 2 weeks ago or last year, honey, you were struggling too. Okay? So, with that being said, that was another reason why I wouldn't come on the internet because my shit is not all glammed up. You know what I'm saying? My shit ain't all together. Like, sis is struggling. You feel me? So I'm going to do my just do for me and mine. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to tell y'all how I feel every day. And I pray that someone can get something out of the things that I share with you guys. Okay? And like I said, every day is not a good day. I'm going to try and come on here every day and share with you guys. I got emotional earlier, but now I feel better because I'm talking about it. And that's a coping skill for me. I do like to talk. I do love people. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't like people who judge and judge the books by its cover. You know what I'm saying? Because what's always on the out is not what's always in the inside. You understand what I'm saying? I also know that some people that come on here on this internet, they hurting. They hurting. And that's why they act sometimes the way that they act. Because they're hurting inside. And they don't know how to separate and give and feel the emotions that they're going through and know how to put them in the right order and in the right place and understand the emotions that they're going through and go through the emotions, feel what they're feeling, and keep it moving. And that's another reason why people who are addicts, why they use, because they don't know how to feel the emotions that they're going through. They don't understand the feeling, and they don't know how to understand and articulate the feeling and go through the emotion and do whatever it is that it needs to be to get that emotion out. If it needs to cry, if you need to talk, if you need to holler, if you need to scream, do what you need to do to get those emotions out. One thing I won't do is harm another person, though, but we do harm other people with our tongues. We do harm other people with our tongues. So we have to be mindful of that. And I have to be mindful of that because sometimes I can be hurtful. And I know that about myself, but I do be mindful, especially with my child, because why? I suffered that childhood trauma that I talked about earlier through verbal abuse from my mother. But guess what? I realized she didn't know no better. My mother didn't know no better. She also had mental health issues that she didn't get help for. And I believe if my mother would have got help for her health issues, my mother wouldn't have suffered some of the things that she suffered and went through as she got older in life. You understand what I'm saying? I seen my mother cry plenty of days because of what was done to her or what was said to her. But you carried it out to your children. You understand what I'm saying? You carried it out with your children. And what I did, I rebelled. And I put my children in that situation. They were verbally and physically and emotionally abused by my mother because my mother raised my sons. Why? Because I was out there on them fucking drugs. Let's be clear and let's be real about it. So my children also suffered. So when I got my shit together, I said that was one of my first things. Even when I was in my addiction, I did not beat my fucking kids. My sons will tell you, my mother did not beat us. I was not doing it. Why? Because I knew what it felt like to be hit. I didn't want to be fucking hit. Who wants to be hit? That shit hurts. That shit hurt. So you want to put your child through that? Knuckling the fuck up, knocking them down, kicking them, calling them bitches, whores, and sluts and all this shit. And then when our children go out in the world and they do the things that they're doing out there, we turn around and do the same shit. We don't embrace them. We don't do any of that. We turn around and just throw them out there to the wolves. And they think that that type of treatment is okay. And it's not okay. It's not okay. So when are we going to break the generational curse? When? And I know I jump all over the place. That's just who I am. I talk about all kinds of stuff. And my communication skills, or I mean, my communication skills. When I have a conversation, I talk all over the place. So mind me, if I'm jumping all over. And I know y'all probably gonna make a video about me, and I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, right now, I've been depressed. I think I've been depressed, and I think I've been depressed for a week. I've been laying in the bed. I've been sleeping all day. I've been crying, you know. But one thing about it is, like I said earlier, I go through what I have to go through, and I get through it. I cry about it, cry about it, cry about it, talk about it to myself, or I will get on YouTube and I watch people who are doing better than me. I watch people who talk positive about what's going on and what their views and their insights are. Some of these content creators on here that I subscribe to and I watch on a daily basis, and not all of them are positive. And let me say this, the ones that's not positive, it's not that they're not positive. Like I said earlier, people go through things and they do things. Why? Because they hurting. And I understand that and I see that. And when I see that, it makes me feel for them because they are hurting. And I know what it feels like to hurt and not know how to talk about it, or understand how people are going to react to whatever I'm saying out of my mouth, or who's going to say, oh, this, that, and the third. Like, I know people right going to talk about my teeth, but I don't give a fuck about that because I'm not going to hear about my teeth. You understand what I'm saying? I'm on here because I'm going through something and I don't have no fucking body to talk to. So guess what? Somebody out there is going to hear me. Somebody out there is going to get my message, and somebody is going to reach back out and touch me. You understand what I'm saying? Right where I need to be touched, because at this time, I need somebody. I need somebody to listen to me. I need somebody to give me some positive feedback. I need somebody to tell me that I'm pretty. I need to tell somebody to say, Kia, you doing okay today. I need somebody to say, Kia, come on, get up. What you doing? What's going on, girl? What you doing? We ain't seen you in 2 days. I need somebody to be in my DM saying, how you doing today? Like I've been in other people's DMs. You understand what I'm saying? That makes somebody feel good. When you have somebody to talk back to you, whether it's through comments or on your lives, that means that somebody out there, you touching somebody, or somebody understands what you're going through, or somebody is feeling the same way that you're feeling. And like I said, it took a lot out of me. I've been up all day. I've been up all night trying to get this YouTube shit. I wanted to do like everybody else, just drop videos, do reaction videos, and things like that. And I can't do it. So guess what I said, kid? Maybe it's not for you to do reaction videos. Maybe it's for you to do the lives, for you to go on here and help somebody. You keep saying you want to come on here, you want to be a content creator, you want to help people, you want to encourage people. Well, when are you going to do it? When are you going to stop sitting back and watching everybody else get and do? When are you going to step out on faith and trust in yourself that somebody out there is going to trust and believe in you and step out and with faith on you and help you and your child and your grandkids and whatever get to where you need to be? Because it's always somebody out there to help somebody. Nobody can do none of this alone. Nobody can do this alone. Somebody needs somebody all the time. 24/7, 7 days a week. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Believe that. So I don't want to get nobody else from here emotional. I thank y'all for whoever watching. I'm gonna come back on here maybe tonight if I feel a little bit better. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna turn some music on. I'm gonna clean my kitchen. I'm gonna clean my bathroom. I might try to even clean my room. And if I come in here and clean my room, I'm damn sure going to put y'all on live with me, and we can still have a conversation while I'm cleaning. Because when I clean at my best, I talk too. You understand what I'm saying? So as we talking, we could get to know each other. You understand what I'm saying? I want to be your friend just as well as I want to make friends and be somebody's friend. You understand what I'm saying? And to get to know other women, because I don't have no women in my life. The only woman that I have in my life is my little woman that I'm raising. You understand what I'm saying? But I need a grown woman. You understand? I need grown people interaction. So that's all I got to say for right now. I love y'all, and I'll be back later. Peace.